Hello everyone, I'm Prachi and today I'm going to make a sketch which I have plans to turn it into a painting. As of now we can just make the drawing of it, just the outline of that with little bit sketching, so that if you like that way only you can keep it. Otherwise in the next video I'll be demonstrating how I painted my painting, because as of now I have not painted yet. It's just a simple sketch. In this picture there is a girl in the center of the road and she's turning back, maybe just to look how things are behind her, or maybe what has happened which has stopped her, and just like that. So as you can see that she's turning back, you can see just a bit of the portion of her face. Only the lips are going to be visible. She's wearing a big hat, so most of her face is hidden under it. The most important thing you have to keep in mind is that you don't have to put pressure on your pencil. And as right now I'm using 0.5 pencil, or you can use any regular pencil. Just do not put pressure on your pencil. Just go on making smoothly. Just draw very smoothly, very lightly, so that if you want to change something, if you want to modify something, you can do that. That's the best part actually, when we draw something very light. So this is a left hand I'm going to make, and she's going to hold a leash. So you can see it's folded forward. So you can see just a glimpse of that kind of angle which shows the part of her arm below the elbow. So it looks different. So you just have to do a little bit of practice if you want that kind of position, that kind of posture for the hand, for the arm. My plan is not to make her wear a very complicated dress, so that it will be easy for you to draw that too. So she's going to wear a backless dress with her hair open. You can see I'm shading, but still my pencil is not too much visible to you. Although it's visible to me on my sheet, it might not be very much visible to you, but you will be able to see later. These are the straps for her dress. So I feel it should come in the corner a little. When you make her dress, when you draw her dress, just keep her body shape in mind. It's better if we make in proportion, nice proportion according to her body type. So you can see it's not a very complicated drawing of a lady. So I hope you all can do that very easily as I have done. You can do that too. Here I'm going to make a puppy with a leash. So the puppy is also looking back. She's sitting. She's not she or he, whatever you can think of. The puppy is not willing to go. He's just waiting for someone maybe, or just not willing to go at all. His head is a little tilted. So you have to see that the Labradors have... I am making a Labrador pup. So make his ears very nice and light, because as of now we are in the first level of our sketch. Make his nose that way, the way it should be. You don't have to be very perfect about it, because it's not going to be like that kind of a sketch where you have to see each and every fur, each and every movement, each and every twists and turns of the body. So it's a sketch. It's up to you. This is how I have decided to keep my painting, keep my sketch. Actually, I was planning to give it a look that he's just sitting on the dress, but later I decided not to make that like that. The bag is a little too big, so it has to stoop down straight. Yeah, this is good. Now the rear leg is turned flat, and the bums of the dog on the ground, and the tail high up. You can see that. So now let's make a road where she is on. Just keep it light, just to have an idea where you want to place this girl on. And the lamps on the sides, just make them light. The first one, which is closest to the dog, will be the darkest. Remember that. The rest of the ones are going to be in light shade, because they are they are in the background somewhere, not near this girl or the dog. This is the lamp. And the another one, which is the closest to the dog, that will be the darkest lamp you'll be making. But now you don't have to press it too hard. You don't have to press the pencil too hard. Just keep that in mind. Another lamppost which is a little more far in the picture. It's somewhere in the background of the girl. Here on the top I'm making the Eiffel Tower, not the complete picture of that, just a glimpse, the half picture of that, and that too, that tower is in the background, so I'm not going to make it dark. Even when I'm going to dark everything, that Eiffel Tower will be very light in shade. I know you cannot see now, you can, I guess. Somewhere very far away from this girl. She might be heading towards it, going for a walk with the puppy. So I'm now taking my 8B pencil. B stands for black. That means this pencil is well, this is 6B, but yeah, I need 6B. That is the darkest one I have. And for pencils, I'll say if you put pressure on it, it becomes darker. So depends on how dark you want. You can use your pencil, or either you press your pencil that way. The best part of this is that we are not making the features of the girl. I guess it will be very easy for you to just try that. So I have just sketched everything down, and I just skipped the clip because it would be quite slow, so I just skipped it, and you can see that I have just made the outline dark of the girl and made the leash of the dog. So with the help of my 8B pencil, I'm making all the things dark now. The lamppost, this is a 6B pencil, because as I'm going in the back of the painting or the sketch, the drawings, the pencil marks are going to look little lighter than the ones which are in the front. So I'm not going to darken each and everything which is behind the girl. Behind the girl means not towards his back but towards his front. This is not going to be too light, but yes, I have to make it visible so that you can also see, and make it little blur comparatively to the other lampposts. The last one. So now you can see which one is the closest. And now the road, as I'm drawing the road, you can see the more it's coming down, it's going to be dark. It's going to be darker and darker and darker as it reaches the bottom of the sheet. So let's begin shading also, as I've done a little bit shading which is not visible. This is the back portion, and let's make a tree also. Oops, it's not visible to you in the screen. I may have to shift it. I mean, but not to worry. I'm just drawing a simple tree there which has been covered. It's like that, very simple. Just I'm holding my pencil very flat down to make very thick lines. Just scribble around, which I'm going to smudge with my finger. I guess it's not going to be visible to you in the picture a lot in the screen, but it is shading which I'm going to use, which I'm going to shade with my help of fingers. The zip of the dress, make it dark. And this is the back portion of the backbone of the girl. So if you are sketching it, do not forget to use the eraser in the center of the backbone, just above the zip. Just hold your pencil light and flat. Do not press too hard, I mean from the tip. Unless you are making something very specific, then. Here I am going to make another hand which should be visible somewhere. So this is another one. Just the elbow of that. And then the shading under the hat. I just use my finger and this to smudge everywhere to give it a gray shade. Yeah, this was I was talking about, that you have to erase a little line for the backbone. Just clean wherever you want to. Keep the angle of the lampposts in mind. So where the shadow is going to fall, where the dark portion will be, and where there is the light part of the body or the dress should be. Just simply I'm just make this little more dark. The Eiffel Tower should not be too much invisible, so just to make it visible to the viewers, I'm making it little dark. And if you have plans to color it like me, so you can color it whichever way you like, but keep in mind that if you want something in the background, it has to be little lighter than something which is in the front, in the center of the painting. So this is how you can keep your perspective in the painting. I'm going to make a bench here, little quite far away from the scene, the handle of the bench. See, it's you can see it's very small because it's very far. If you want, you can make a few more, but I want only one. So just make the path little kind of real. Draw very light, but as you go down to the sheet, you have to make it darker. Not too dark, but yes, darker. These are not the specific shapes like pentagon or hexagon something. I'm just making random, whichever fits at the very moment. So now you can see it's more visible to you. As I went down, I had to make them dark. I mean the stones on the path. Just make random shapes. If you want to, you can make pentagons. That will look nice, I guess. Making a few more, but light. Just make the shading a little more dark. And smudge with your fingers everywhere. I'm making the shadow of the girl here. Keeping the lampposts positions in mind, I'm making the shadow of the girl here. You can see I've just used my fingers to smudge everywhere and erase a little more here to make it more white, clear back. So this is the area where the light falls on, so we don't need much of darkness here. Even this side, the hat is not going to be dark. The shading should be on the left side of the semicircle. Earlier I made on the right side, but it should be on the left side. all these points are going to be white, clean, not shady. Here in the dog, let's do a little shading here in the legs and the ears. Don't too much shade here, or don't do too much of work. Just leave it clean. So it's done. You can see we'll paint it a little later.